Do you know that many venomous snake species can launch a strike in less than 0.2 seconds, more than twice as fast as the blinking speed of a human? Hiding in silence, they wait for the perfect moment, where everything is decided in just a split second. And when the opportunity appears, there is no second time. So how brutal are those moments truly when recorded on camera in the wild? Let's explore. Snake versus gecko. The match between the gecko and the snake is one of the most brain-stretching confrontations in the small reptile world. The gecko is not an easily bullied victim. It is a true war god with extremely bizarre characteristics. The snake approaches, utilizing its flexible body to launch a lightning-fast strike. But the gecko does not falter at all. It has the ability to endure venom much better than many small mammals. The pincer-like toe structure helps it cling tightly to dry branches, holding its position firmly against the attacks. The pace slows down. The snake temporarily stops attacking. In this battle, the one with venomous fangs is not always the winner. Mangrove snake versus bird. On a high tree branch, the small bird is calmly preening its feathers, completely unaware that a ghost is closing in. A mangrove snake, the night assassin of the mangrove forest, is starting a daytime hunt. The forked tongue of the mangrove snake acts like a biological radar, helping it sense the presence of prey without needing to look directly. In nature, birds are the favorite dish making up the majority of the mangrove snake's menu. It evolved to become an expert at hunting birds on high branches, close to the water surface. Its slender but extremely muscular body helps it balance perfectly on the smallest tree branches to approach the bird's nest without making a sound. The speed of the attack far exceeds the reaction capability of bird species. Although a mildly venomous species with small prey like this, the bite force and precision of the mangrove snake are enough to decide the outcome. It causes the bird's respiratory system to collapse in just a few minutes, turning an agile creature into a motionless mass of meat. A harsh survival cycle has just ended on the tree canopy. Death adder versus lizard. Amidst the arid desert region, a death adder snake is patiently hiding itself. The rough scales bearing the color of sand and dry leaves help it camouflage perfectly under the grass bush. Motionless and silent, the death adder waits for the prey to step forward itself. Not far away, a lizard moves across the rocks to search for food. The death adder still lies still. The lizard is immediately attracted. The death adder's tail begins to move. The dark-colored tail tip wiggles, looking exactly like a plump grub twisting its body. Blinded by the fake prey, the lizard slowly approaches without knowing a trap has already been set. Right in a split second, the death adder launches a fatal strike. The lightning-fast bite locks the victim tight. Amidst the harsh environment, patience and deceptive tactics have brought in a perfect meal. Grass snake versus frog. Thanks to a flexible, elongated body, the grass snake glides underwater easily. They are excellent swimmers, often scouring the banks to look for amphibians. A brown frog appears in the crosshairs. Instinctively, it hurriedly shrinks into the mud layer. And an agile jump helped it narrowly escape death. But vision is not the snake's only weapon. It continuously darts its forked tongue to collect scent molecules, sending them into the Jacobson's organ on the palate, a perfect biological radar. Chemical signals guide the predator weaving through the dense tree root layer to the exact location of the prey. And this time, there is no more luck. The grass snake is completely non-venomous. It hunts by swallowing alive. So frogs are exactly the favorite dish of these underwater hunters. Mussurana versus lizard. Amidst the arid rocky ground, a Mussurana snake is patiently digging. It continuously slithers deep into the underground tunnel, using its body to push each layer of rock and dirt out. The special skull structure allows it to turn its head into a natural shovel, breaking the safe hiding rule of underground creatures. Observe how it persistently pushes aside each layer of arid rock and dirt. This is a tactic that consumes a lot of energy, but brings an extremely worthy survival reward. Despite the victim's desperate, struggling efforts, superior muscular strength helps the snake easily drag the defeated one out of its final refuge. Although the Mussurana's venom is almost harmless to humans, to reptiles, or small animals, this is an extremely treacherous weapon, quickly collapsing the nervous system and paralyzing all muscles. Sidewinder rattlesnake versus lizard. On the fiery sand dunes, Sidewinder rattlesnakes slither sideways skillfully. By letting only two small parts of their body touch the ground at the same time, they minimize heat absorption from the environment. Lizards also have their own way to dissipate heat. Lifting each pair of legs alternately helps them avoid getting burned. This is the fastest snake species on sand, but compared to the lizard's speed, they are far inferior. Accepting the speed disadvantage, the Sidewinder snake switches to ambushing. The lizard will carelessly crawl across a sand dune without knowing death is lying right under its feet. The Sidewinder's bite only takes about 0.1 to 0.2 seconds to complete. It is more than twice as fast as the blinking speed of a normal person. The venom-destroying blood vessels will end the life of the unlucky one. Here, speed on the sand is exactly what dictates life and death. Pit viper versus gecko. A pit viper lies neatly on a tree branch, followed by a bite tearing through the night, snapping the prey tight in just a blink of an eye. Despite the victim struggling, the hunter still maintains the initiative. The pit viper possesses hollow fangs pumping tissue-destroying venom directly into the opponent's body. To swallow it down, the pit viper secretes a large amount of thick saliva, acting as a high-dose lubricant. This helps the gecko's rough armor slide easily in the snake's narrow esophagus without scratching the soft tissues. The hunt closes. The snake carefully checks the surrounding environment. With its bulging belly carrying the prize, it slowly slithers along the tree branch, hiding in the dense darkness. Cobra versus toad. What will happen when a silent predator enters a human living area? But the cobra's prey today is actually not a human. The cobra accidentally spots a frog that just dashed past its vision. In a split second, the prey realizes the close quarters danger, continuously making lightning-fast jumps to flee from the hunter. Although vision is not the only tool, the snake's forked tongue, an extremely sophisticated chemical sensor, allows it to see the world through scent, easily tracking down victims even when obscured. No matter how ingenious the frog's camouflage ability is, every jumping and landing rhythm leaves a trail of mucus from its skin. Hiding behind an old tarpaulin, the frog thought it was safe. However, every smallest vibration rhythm transmitting through the ground is fully captured by the sensor system under the snake's belly. Black mamba versus mouse. On a dry tree branch, a small mouse is foraging for food without knowing danger is waiting right below. Sensing the unease, it hurriedly looks for refuge under a dark earth hollow. The predator slowly slithers inside the dark burrow. The cramped space does not pose a difficulty to its slender, long body. Amidst the darkness, the snake closes in on where the mouse is hiding. The silent moment is broken. The predator launches a fatal strike with lightning speed, embedding its teeth tightly into the prey. The venom of the black mamba is primarily dendrotoxin. The mouse will be completely paralyzed and stop breathing after just a few dozen seconds. Due to its high metabolic rate, the mamba swallowing a mouse only takes about 30 seconds to 1 minute, faster than any snake species of the same size. What you have just watched shows that in the world of venomous snakes, every hunt happens quickly, accurately, and with almost no chance to correct mistakes. Just one moment is also enough to completely change the outcome.
Vai lá dentro, ó, o tanto de terra tá atrás.
If you find this video fascinating, hit like, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring many other dramatic wild moments. Thank you for watching until the end. See you again in the next journey of the natural world.